So here we are, the P-39N, the Russian one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but the Russian premium P-39N. You can only buy it once a year, but when it comes around it's definitely a good pick. It's one of my favorite planes right now. I do prefer the US one just a little bit more because of the brownies in the wings. But other than that, this thing is amazing, especially at low altitude. If you go above 4.5 kilometers, above 5 kilometers, it starts to suffer quite a bit with the engine. But other than that, all in all, this thing is amazing. And for today I have quite a long video. It looks to be about 50 minutes for now. And what I will be doing is I will commentate on the first two games, in which I got 7 kills each, because they were pretty good. After that I will have one little highlight in terms of a 1v3 dogfight. And after that I will have an 8 kill game and a 6 kill game without commentary. Because I can't really permit myself to record for 50 minutes. My voice doesn't keep up with that. My job is to call all day, and when I come home and I have to also record for an hour straight like this, then my voice is literally going to die. So, perks of this thing, it has a very good high speed performance. Stock characteristics are great, the engine is great at low speed. You just want to keep it below 3000. Of course you can go higher, but it's not advisable. Going on the deck you will be very fast, you will be one of the faster 3.0s in the game. I don't think there's actually a 3.0 that's faster than you, maybe the P-51A, but I actually have to look that up. I'm not too sure. Feel free to correct me on that in the comments. And for now you will see me at 5 kilometers, an altitude I don't want to be on, but I want to separate the team. I want to have some separation, I want to have some altitude, and people like that Spitfire that keep climbing are a bit of a pest. You might be faster than everything, but when you have to dive without much engine power at this altitude, then something like a Spitfire will definitely be a problem. Do keep in mind that most Spitfires at this tier aren't the best at altitude either, so you might be able to get away from them. Spitfires are probably one of my favorite things to dogfight in this thing, believe it or not, because you just completely out energy them. And you will see plenty of that in this gameplay. It's kind of hard to explain that without any example. So right now the overheat on this thing is pretty bad, so I want to just stay on 100%. I don't use as much fuel then either, because I only have 20 minutes, and with the web it doesn't last me that long. And me kind of nursing the fuel, nursing the engine to the end will make it a very clutch ending. I managed to do some things with very low fuel amounts, you will see that as well. And for now I'm just gonna be picking my targets. I see a P-61, I don't really want to deal with that, because this is a full up tier, unfortunately. I see the P-51, he doesn't seem to be seeing me, so I'm just gonna be parking right up a 6. He dodges the moment I shoot, which is a bit unfortunate. Spray him down with the 50 cals, because you do have those. You don't always have to use the 37. The 37 aim of mine is a bit poor, and you will see also plenty of that in this gameplay, but it's totally usable. I'm also relying on the MGs, trying to crit people, trying to get people slow, and then when people go below 350, 300, I will start tapping them with the 37. It's a very devastating tool, but 9 out of 10 times it will actually be kind of hard to aim, and a lot of times it will actually spark or just give them a crit, which is very obnoxious, but it's just the way it is. That P-51A is going to be in a flat spin, and he's going to be spinning for quite a while until he hits the ground, and that's going to be kill number 1. And for now I just want to be extending away. I want to use my climb rate, my energy retention, especially in the straight line, to get away from the Spitfire. I see Bossman over there going for the Spitfire, so I thought I can turn around right now. The Spitfire is probably going to try to hang for him, and he definitely is, which makes this a very easy kill. I see the P-61 as well, but I don't really want to bother with that, because I feel like the P-61 is going to be a threat in the way of I can kill a lot of fighters without getting in his gunners, because his gunners are a very, well, they are a pain in the ass, really. He tanks quite a bit. I only have the 2 MG 50 cals in the nose, and the 37 is kind of hard to aim on a plane that's quite fast. Of course, he's a big target, but I'd rather kill 6 of these normal fighters that I can kill without any danger, and then go for the P-61, then die to the P-61, and then my team just being dead, if that makes any sense. And there you see, I crit him with a 50 cals, he's slow, he's stalling out, and then I just tap him with a 37. Bossman is in a Yak 9T. So I'm quite confident that he can take down the P61. I want to try to get below him. Get a spark with a 37. Quite unfortunate. I'm trying my hardest to stay below the P61. Spray him a bit with MGs. Get more hits in. I don't want to be dealing with that. He's faster than me. Well, not really faster than me, but he's fast enough so that I have to stay in his gunner range, which I don't really enjoy. And as you saw on the team page right there, we're in quite the disadvantage. P61 looks to be running away for now. I want to keep an eye on him because I don't want to be stalling out in 4A and N3s. Because those things will shred me to pieces. He doesn't seem to be moving, so I just go for the pilot snipe. Of course I didn't really go for the pilot snipe, I just shot on the central mass. Trying to hit his engine, trying to hit his pilot, trying to hit everything that's big. Trying to get some damage in. And that was a pilot snipe. Bit of a lucky shot, but I'll take it. Still looking for the last guys because I see this P61. The Yak 9 and the Yak 1 can probably deal with him. I don't want to be dealing with that gunner. So I'm going to be extending away. I'm kind of sad that I didn't blow him up at 37 because it would have been 8, but you know, it's whatever. 7 is more than sufficient. And then just a lot of flying around at this point. It's low tier, a lot of people will have to land and rearm or get hit by AA, get damaged. So there's a lot of this. I'm gonna be fast forwarding this. Some people ask me to speed it up instead of cutting it out. I don't think it has much of a benefit when it's literally just me flying towards the dot. But you asked for it, so there you go. I'll see you in a second. And welcome back. I see two planes, I'm not too sure what it is. I know that one is a bomber at this point and there's a Spitfire. He's trying to escort his friend in a B-25. And he will showcase you the fun that is dogfighting a Spitfire. It outturns you completely and it stalls quite a bit later. But using your speed and your low speed engine performance, it's quite great. It really is. So what I want to do right here is I'm way faster, so I don't want to have to do anything with that head on. I'm just going to be dodging that. No way he gets the shot. He's tried to neck G. That doesn't work. I'm just going to go straight up. I have way more energy than him at this point. I want to spiral a little bit so he bleeds even more speed because the Spitfires don't have the best energy retention, especially at this tier. He's doing his best trying to get guns on. He's nowhere near me. I drop my flaps. I throttle down a little bit to flip over faster. Cool my engine, save some fuel in the meantime as well. And there you go. Easy kill. Throttling up onto the B-25. I don't really want to engage that thing, but I kind of have to, considering I want to win this game. It looks to be damaged from AA. Don't want to do anything with that head on yet again. Make him compress a little bit. Get below him because he doesn't have a dorsal gunner. He only has the tail gunner in the back. So this angle is relatively safe. And that's hit number 1. He's crit. His gunners are definitely still alive. Pulling back in. I don't really like this angle though. So I want to get below him again. Pitching up yet again. Get some hits in. Don't want to do anything with that gunner. A little bit of a glitch in my recording there. Sorry for that. Not too sure what's going on. Should be fixed right now. Pitching up straight from below. And another 37 hit. He lost the tail control. I don't want to be dealing with him anymore. And there's the Mustang right on cue. Mustang is quite a bit faster than me at this point. But I'm rather sure that this is the 20mm variant because of the little British marking next to his plane. So I'm not too worried at this point. I'm just gonna pitch up for him, and then there's the Spitfire. Not right on cue, unlike the Mark 1A. And I'm gonna be diving out. He has quite a bit more energy than me at this point, so I'm just gonna be extending away, use my superior speed, use my superior agility at high speed. And there we go, but I do want to keep in mind that that Spitfire is probably going to be diving on me, and there he comes. I still have to dodge the Mark 1A, so I can't just fly straight just yet. I need to reverse this guy. I need to keep as much speed as I can. Gonna be trying to get the shot right here. I couldn't. Maybe I could have if I had better plane control, but I don't. So I'm just gonna be extending away from that Spitfire for now. The Spitfire is outrunning me for now, but because of the energy retention that this thing has at high speed, I will be able to outrun him in the long run. It is very sketchy, however. He's gonna get very close. I'm guessing at this point he's gonna end up 0.55, maybe 0.6. But he's spraying. I'm keeping this speed. He won't. And there we go. It's starting to equalize. So I'm gonna be doing a very slight climb, which makes him bleed even more speed than me. There we go. I'm outrunning him. He breaks off, and when you look at the fuel, you can see that I only have 1 minute and 20 seconds, which isn't a lot. Want to get some altitude out of this web, out of this burst climb. I'm gonna be laying off the web because I can't really afford to use it anymore. The Spitfire is in a tangle with the Yak 9, so I have some time to dogfight it with the Mark 1A, which is exactly what I will be doing. Dodge the head on, go up in advance, try to bleed as much speed as I can. Notice that he's going up, so I will turn on the web with my flaps just to get that little bit of an edge in the dogfight. Throttle down just to loop over again, use my flaps. He's gonna start to run away. I crit him. Don't have much MGs left. I could have gone for the Mark 1A right there, but the Spitfire would have parked right on my 6, and I would have definitely died right there. Looping over, Spitfire has no way of catching me in this turn. Throttle down yet again to conserve fuel and get a tighter loop, just so that I can just click. 10 seconds of fuel left. Just get the shot. 37 hit. Kinda sad. And I'm out of fuel. Very unfortunate. And he's dead. And that's 6, and the B-25 is going to crash as I'm landing. But I will actually cut this part out, because this video is long enough as it is. And then, 2 games later, we're back on the same map. This time I'm joined by Turbonut in his stock LA5, so bear with him. It's not his fault. That plane is quite atrocious, especially when it's stock. And again, I'm just the initial climb at around 5 kilometers, and there's another P61, full up tier. P-38 coming in. P-61 starts spraying at me from that range. I'm like, nah, I'm not going for that. See the P-38 engaging turbo over here. Check once more to see if I can actually pull in. He's very slow. Set him on fire. 37 hit to the engine. He's not going to be recovering from that. And that's kill number 1. Reassessing the situation, because I have a feeling that this game is going to go very, very bad. And I have this feeling because there's a lot of my team over here, and there's very little of their team even spotted, which mostly means that someone is side climbing in a group, and the P-61 is killing 2 people at once while he's already dead. Also amazing. And that's the first one that pops up. P-39Q. I am better than him in most categories, but he does have a bit more firepower. He has the 2 extra gun pods with the 50 cals under his wingtips, but the 50 cals on his wingtips actually make him quite a bit worse. So I can easily 1v1 him. But it's not a 1v1, as you can see over there. Half that team is in orbit. Well, not really orbit, but for low tier that's orbit. So what I want to do right now is hope that they will all die for one guy. I see the P-39 dive out and he has 4 people on him. And the 5th guy is joining him as well. XP-38, 3.3. It's a pretty good plane, but it's not really a match for this thing. And there's the other 2. And right now what I want to do is remain unspotted. Hope they die for the PE3. I can help the PA3 right now. But if I would do that, what would happen is they see me, they have way more energy than me, and I'm about to get energy trapped by 3 planes at once, which is something you don't want to happen. So instead I'm just going to be flying away, let them waste as much energy as I can. Because if they stay on the PE3 they will drop that speed, because that top speed isn't their dive speed. Say they dive at 800, they level out and they will lose about 300 kph, and if they see me and they're still going 300 or 800, they can easily zoom up, regain all of their altitude and then boom, zoom me again. But by what they're doing right now, it won't be possible for them. They're all burning their speed and it's starting to turn and they're starting to dive even more, they're leveling out, they're burning off speed. And now I have the energy advantage over all of these people, which is great. And at this point I'm just trying to find a target. Which plane has the most energy? It's the P-38. And he's going straight and he's burning even more of that speed. And at this point I'm rather confident, that sounds a bit cocky I know, but I'm rather confident that I can energy trap all of these people. I'm not sure if I can actually kill them yet, but I do know that I'm in a good position for this plane to kill this whole team. The only thing I'm worried about right now is that my gun might fail me, and with my gun failing me I mean getting hits and me not being able to aim it. Because it is quite a tedious gun. The XP-38 is trying to catch this, he won't. My climb rate is way superior and I have more energy coming out of that zoom climb, because he just did a 180-degree turn. I'm going to be pulling him up, doing a very slight spiral. Get some distance yet again, notice I have way more energy than him, and then I'm going to be pulling right in. There's no way he can follow this at this point. He won't even get his nose close to me. And there we go, 0 throttle to loop over a bit faster, use my flaps. The low speed of the 0 throttle will also make it so that I don't overshoot. And there we go, 37, 37, 2 37s. He's on fire on 2 fuel tanks. And I crit him with a 50 cals. He's dead. There we go. Turbo not having fun with his stock LA5 over there. I did tell you to not fly that thing, especially stock, but you know, you insisted. Spitfire going head on, I have way too much energy. No way I'm gonna go head on with a Spitfire then. I have all the energy in the world. I hear a plane that scared the shit out of me, but luckily it was a friendly PE3. Turning back over. The SB2C is actually quite an annoying plane because it doesn't stall at all. So I was almost tempted to go for him first, but he's too slow. Here comes the Spitfire. 37. Just missed the fuselage, it's a small plane. And then I see the P-39Q, which has a lot more energy than me at this point. There we go, crit, he has RTB or something, he won't be much of a threat. So for now, what I want to do is the Spitfire and the SB2C are relatively slow. Looks like I damaged the Spitfire's engine as well. So I'm just going to be flying away for now. Why am I doing this? I don't really want to run from the P-39Q. I definitely want to dogfight him. But, that's a big but, if I start dogfighting the P-39Q, that SB2C will absolutely shred me. To a very significant degree. So for now, I just want to extend away. He'll catch me. There's not a doubt in my mind that he will. But I just want to have as much separation with that SB2C as I can. Because that thing has A and M2s, they hit very hard, it doesn't stall, and there goes the Spitfire. Easy clap. And that's 3, 4 to go. Start diving again to regain some speed. I'm climbing a little bit so that the SB2C has even more of trouble to get to me. Do a little bit of a climb and then dive back down to shed some speed and get inside the P-39's turning circle, because he's a lot faster than me at this point. Here we go. Just don't get the shot. Trying to use my flaps, trying to get right on his tail. And you see that I'm way slower than him, so there's no chance in hell that he's going to get a shot. Missed the 37s, but I crit him, and I think I hit him dead center mass. So I have a feeling that I damaged his engine, so I'm just going to be legging it. And there comes the SB2C. I'm not going to go into a stall fight with a plane that's now pretty much air braking me when I have more energy. There's no reason for me to do that. So I'm just going to be extending away. Yet again, that's something you can do a lot on this plane, and that's why I love it so much. You can dogfight pretty much everything, but you can also run away if you really have to. So it's a very, what do I call that? It's a plane that can do pretty much everything. But it's not the best at everything, except for running away. But you can't really do that forever, because they can climb and dive on you. I just love the way that you can dogfight in this thing, and that is not retard proof, so it doesn't feel like you're just clicking on people. It's not like the, say, the I-180S. And there it goes. His engine starts to smoke quite heavily. I'm not sure if he got hit by AA or if his engine actually gave out, but his engine is definitely not feeling good. And here comes the Helldiver. P-39, no chance he's pitching up anymore. Here he comes. He's way too slow to actually do this. He might not stall out, but you still need some energy to get close to me. And at the moment he doesn't have that. I see that he's pitching, so I want to pitch over him. Don't give him the full broadside shot. Pull over him like that, and there's just no chance he's going to get the shot. He starts to dive out. I'm diving a little bit behind him, so I get an easier shot, so I don't get the camera flip. That's a hit, that's a hit, that's another hit, and that's him dead. And where's the P-39 at? There he is. P-39 is basically dead at this point, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to get my kill stolen from a tree. Set him on fire, and he goes into the ground. And we go right back to base. I only have 10 37s, don't have much fuel, and I still have to fight 2 people. So, have fun with this. The thingy will end at around 24 minutes, so you have to skip a full minute if you don't want to see this. And here we are, B-51. Not too sure which one it is at this point. Marking the enemy for my squad mate, because he's still in the game and he can see how high he is. And he has a full kilometer of altitude on me. I saw yellow stripes, so that's definitely the 20 mil. Throttle drop a little bit, because I do out-turn him. And I can easily out-climb him if he outruns me again. And there we go. Relatively equal energy. He's a bit faster. I'm starting to hit with the 37s. With the 50 cals. I damage his engine. He won't be flying much longer. And because I have 37 or 30 rounds of 37s for 2 planes, my aim starts to not care as much, because I can spend 15 37s on one guy. Going after him. Set him on fire. Let the thing just burn up. Just let it burn. He puts it out. Hit him with more 37s. 50 cals. Sorry, I keep saying that. I just can't aim it. It went all around his plane. Above his wing, below his wing. It's a little bit of deviation, but this gun is also really weird to use. And right back on him again. You see how close I'm missing him. It's just going beside his cockpit. But you know, we all have these bad aims. We all have those moments where we just can't aim worth a damn. Use most of my 50 cals. There we go, 37 on his right wing, and it sets his left wing on fire. Quite fantastic. And there we go. Last guy, P-51. Not sure which one it is, but I think it's the P-51A I crit earlier. I actually forgot at this point. And the P-51A would actually be a worthy adversary to this thing. I don't think he sees me just yet, and there he comes. What I'm doing right now is get a little bit of altitude without starting to climb that steeply, because I don't want to shed off all my speed. That's something I don't want. I want to keep my speed so that when he dives on me, I can try to equalize the energy state. He might have a lot more energy than me, but if he tries to stick on me, and we're going roughly the same speed, and we equalize it, I pretty much win. The moment I equalize the energy on the deck in this thing versus the P-51, I win. That's how it is. Turbo not baiting the guy and saying, "Where are you?" And he actually dove the moment he said it, so thank you for that. And you can see me trying to dive out, trying to equalize the energy, and he instantly breaks off, which is a big mistake on his end. He's trying to play it safe, which I can respect that, but playing it safe against a plane like this will only get you killed. You want to be as aggressive as you can. You have all the advantages in the world. Why are you breaking off when I start diving? Every time you pitch back up and I pitch back up, I will gain more altitude than you relatively, so slowly but surely I am closing the gap. Every time you pull off, you will just throw your advantage away. And you can see that he dropped a lot of altitude on me, and he's the same amount of speed faster as when he was all the way above me. What he should have done was just stick on me, try to throttle drop me, or try to make me bleed speed and then run away, or try to stick on my ass and just outturn me. But what he just did was allow me on his 6, and when I'm on your 6 I have all the time in the world to regain my energy, and you won't be out climbing me, not at this altitude. And at this point it's just a test of patience. I have 12 minutes of fuel, I have a very strong engine, and we're on my altitude. Running isn't going to work, not in this sense. And he thinks he has all the energy in the world because he's higher than me, but I only need to close 1 kilometer to shoot you. And this engine is a lot more powerful when you go up, so I will actually catch him. For now I don't want to go too steep because I want to keep my energy in case he dives on me, so I can actually maneuver. I don't want to stall myself out and make myself an easy target, because those P-51, the guns are very easy to use, especially if it's the A. And there it is the A. Trying to get a pot shot in, trying to make him scared, is not working. I just level back out and look at this acceleration. It's kind of ridiculous. And I'm getting closer and closer, and the longer he waits, the more screwed up he's going to become. And there he comes. Because he's so passive, I wanted him to get on my 6. I start off with a negative G turn, so he turns the other way. I get some blood in the head of my pilot, and then I can dodge him. I lose control, very critical moment. I just regain it in time. I almost blew the whole game there, but now he commits and he is toast. There's nothing he's going to be doing at this point. I can just spiral away from him. I just start dropping my flaps. I don't want to go on landing because they are more drag than the word. And now I want to go on landing and just go straight up. The flaps will make me flip over faster, which is exactly what I want. And there we go. And I just mistimed it. I could have gotten the shot otherwise if I had been going up just a bit longer. But it's no problem. I can keep doing this. Drop my flaps a little bit. Pop them back out. Go straight back up. Some rudder control. And I'm right on a 6, and he's not going to be doing anything anymore. And that's a crit. That's a 37 right in the fuel tank. And that's game. There you go. And that's another 7. And now you can see me miss every 37 on him as he's pretty much flying straight. This is a bit of an older gameplay. This is from when I was still an enemy, so it's really old. Actually, Razor is still squadless as well, but I'm gonna be showing you a 3v1 turn fight. Here you go, a P-39N. It's the US one, so he's inferior to me because he does have the MGs on the wingtips. Spitfire, of which I have way more energy than him, and a D520, which isn't too much of a threat. Not too sure which Spitfire it is at this point, but it doesn't really matter because I have way more energy than him. I can't pull on the Spitfire quite yet, so I want to extend a bit down and get right behind him. That's exactly what he does. And that's a crit, that's a wingtip gone. P-39 coming back, dodge him just in time. Don't go straight up because that D520 will have a very easy shot if I'm just stalling out. So I want to do an horizontal for now and let him drain as much speed as I can. Bad English, but you know what I'm saying. The D520 stalled himself out. I'm dropping my flaps yet again. Trying to get the shot. Won't get the P-39, but I will get the D520. There we go. 37 right in the tailpipe. Not a tailpipe, it's not a jet. But right in the tail, he blows up. And now it's just me and the P-59 left. 37 right to the wingtip, and he's dead as well. They will end up spinning for quite a while, especially the Spitfire. And he ended up getting stolen in the end, and I don't want to bore you with that. So I'm gonna go straight to the other game. And now for the extra games. I won't be commentating all of this, especially the last game. But I want to showcase this anyway. I kind of took a big break, was gone for 2 months. Or 2 months, 2 weeks. So I thought I'll spoil you a little bit at least and give you some extra footage. Normally I would have used this one, but the other one has an 8 kill game. It's not the best kills, but it's 8, so I have to upload it anyway. And yeah, I thought why not just upload a little bit more for you all. Shoot the wingtip off the Spitfire. P-39 has no chance of killing me. I could have gone for the P-39 right there, but I wasn't able to get the shot on him if I had dived down. So instead I just went for the Spitfire instead. Go straight up, there's no way he's gonna catch me. Loop over. And the same as everything, you just loop over, you make him stall out, and you drop your flaps, you turn your engine on 0 or on a lower throttle, and you just pull right into him. And 3, 2, 1, click, miss, click, miss both 37s by the sniper with a 50 cal. You know, I'll take it, it's not bad aim. Just aiming for the cockpit. Spitfire running away. Looks a bit selfish, I know, but I couldn't have helped SC2 anyways. I would have been way too late, so I'd rather kill this guy as he's alone and then go over there. There's no chance that I would have been able to get to him in time. And he said leave me. He said he needs some assistance, but with that Spitfire above me and that other guy being isolated, I didn't want to risk going over there, him dying, and then me not being able to clutch the game. Because me killing that Mark 1A first probably won us the match. At least. No, that's probably bullshit. He would have just been RTB, and by the time I cleaned these people up, he would have been able to come back and I'd 1v1 him. But I can't say that in hindsight. I couldn't say that at the time. At that time it felt like that was the right call. So sorry for that SC2. I know you don't care, but I kind of let you die there. Here comes the Martlet. Very poor plane. Very poor performance. I'm not too worried about him, but he's isolated and he's going very slow. So I decided to go down on him. Wink wink. He actually pulled up for the head-on. There's no way I can get that shot off. The rudder and the negative G is a bit wonky at those speeds. So I had to break off because the Spitfire is coming in right now. And that Spitfire that's staying high is a bit of a nuisance, because I'm not too sure what he's going to be doing. Is he going to engage me? Is he going to engage the other guy? Or is he just going to loiter around? And I can't really stall fight the Martlet and the other Spitfire with the other Spitfire having such an advantage on us. So for now I just want him to go for me. Use my speed to drain him of his speed and waste his energy that way. The X7 is engaging the Martlet, so he's turning, so they're all burning their speed off, and I'll be turning around. And once I'm in this scenario, in the P-39, I have pretty much won. Of course it's a 3v1, but against one plane, once you equalize the energy and you play it right, not many planes will be able to kill you. There comes the Mark 1A. I didn't expect him to break off, but I positioned myself in a way that if he did, I can easily stall him out. And he's trying to get shots on me. He's trying to pitch up, but at this point he doesn't have the energy to do this, so I can easily pull over him. He will have a very nice sight of me, so he thinks he can easily kill me. It's not going to happen, I'm sorry. Here come the 50 kills, get some hits in. Not sure what I damaged. Pull back up, I can stick on him and get killed by the two players. Or I just go back up and drain them of the energy one by one. And I know that I've been saying the same stuff over this whole course of the video, but that's frankly how this plane is. Get more hits. Missed the 37s, but his engine is out. He won't be a problem anymore. And now we just go for the last guy, or the one in the back, because he's very slow. Easy shot, he's going like 250. Martlet turning for the friendly, also an easy shot, very slow, big target, hit him right in the cockpit. And he's dead as well. Then I proceeded to kill a bomber B-34, party sniper with a 37. Not the most exhilarating gameplay, so I'll just be going on to the last game, which is the 8 kill game. Which I won't commentate on anymore, or at least not fully, because my throat is literally dying at this point. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a long one, but I really enjoyed flying this thing. Sadly I got some bullshit moments in this thing, like getting one shot by A and getting bombed. And getting one shot fired by gunners, which is pretty much the only way you're gonna die in this thing if you play it right. The gunner's a bit of a nuisance, but all in all, very enjoyable plane. I will be covering the US one as well. I don't know when. I do prefer that one quite a bit. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Hope you enjoyed the long one, and I will be wishing you a nice weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. It's probably gonna be this weekend. I'm gonna be doing the Barugan, because it's called the French jet, that's 7.7. But we'll see. Have fun with the last 6 minutes, and I will see you in the next one.